Hi Ron, so this is part two. I did part one, please go and watch that. So this is of the series of being prepared when you're on travel, when you're staying in a hotel, or even when you are at home. But generally I am focusing this on being prepared when you are in a hotel and being prepared when you are out of your city, out of your country, out of location that you're familiar with. As I mentioned before in part one, I highly recommend that you research, spend a half an hour whilst you're on the train or on the aircraft or at the airport or at the train station, researching, researching the hotel, researching protocols, researching where the nearest hospital is, where the nearest police station is, where an alternative hotel is, where if you have a contact in the place you're going, where they are in relation to where you shall be. If you're going on a work trip, have backup plans, know where the work is, know what, if you're injured working in another city, know what the protocol is, know what procedures are in place, and have that either written down in your notebook or memorized in your brain and so on. So when you're in a hotel, I highly recommend you have your primary go bag packed. Now, I don't want this to be a 100% prepper type video, but everyone carries a few of these things that I'm going to mention. I've seen a lot of people going through airport security, and I've had being an EDC person, being a prepper person. I have a look at what people carrying through airports. Generally, when they have to open their bags and then repack their bags, and and you guys make videos of what you're carrying, so I get to see it anyway. That's what I'm talking about. So in your bag, I made a quick list of a couple of things that I recommend that you should have, and the reason I'm saying bag is essential. Instead of having a roll along bag, I would highly recommend that your carry on bag, it's a backpack, because you can run with it. You can't run with a wheeled suitcase. You can't do it. So if you have to run, if you have to exit the hotel or your workplace in another city, a bag is much easier to assist you in that endeavor. I hope you never have to do it. I pray to God that you never have to do it, or if you're not religious and you don't accept the prayer or something, but I just hope that you have good luck or something, or whatever, that you never have to do it. But realistically, if you have to, then I would highly recommend that you have a backpack. And in the back, I would recommend a number of these things. So number one, change of clothes, a dress or a shirt, because this isn't just for men, this is for ladies as well. So whatever you wear, I don't want this to be male only video or women only video. It's for every person. So a change of clothes, so underwear, socks, dress, shirt, trousers, leggings, stockings, one set of a complete change of clothes packed up. Number two, medicine. If you're on any type of medicine, have spare medicine in your bag. Number three, passport and travel documents. Have a copy of your passport and your passport in your bag, as well as your documents. Print out your tickets, print out your itinerary. Don't rely on these iPhones, because if you water damage them during travel, then you haven't got a ticket. Many airports and airlines say, if you take the option that I will come to you with my iPhone barcode, and you turn up and say, oh, I lost it, well, that's tough for you. A lot of airlines will reject you for not being able to travel. And they'll send you back, and you might miss your flight because you'll have to go through all the printing procedure and so on and so forth. So seriously, get it printed out and choose the printing out option. It doesn't hurt you to do that, but it will save you a lot of problems. You will always have the email backup, so the paper copy in your pocket will also be very helpful. Money. Have a quantity of money there. Preferably have two types of currencies. One, local currency of the country you're in, and two, US American dollars. American dollars will get you out of pretty much any situation in any country. They are internationally accepted. It's just a fact. US dollars is international currency pretty much anywhere. Okay, so have some US dollars and have a local currency as well. A tip for those of you people, my fellow Brits, if you're living in the UK, or anyone living in the UK for that matter, we have a lot of people living in the UK. Sorry, so if you're living in the UK, if you're living in the UK, you're British as far as I'm concerned. Okay, whether you have a German passport, or Spanish, or American, or Norwegian, or Indian, or Pakistani, Australian, as far as I'm concerned, if you're in the UK, you're living here, working here, visiting here, you're our guest, you're British as far as I'm concerned. So Brits living in the UK, here in the UK, visiting the UK, you're all British to me as far as I'm concerned. So if you need to change money, go to a post office, Royal Mail Post Office. They have the best exchange rates. It's 0%, zero commission, and they are very, very helpful in getting you the best rates. So I would recommend you going to a Royal Mail Post Office, and I buy my US dollars from there and my foreign currency from there. So go to them, and that's not an advert for the post office. That's just me giving you some information. That's what I use. Item number 5. Item number 5 after the money is a wash kit. Have a wash kit, a TSA size wash kit in your bag. So again, it's a carry-on bag. You can run with it, you can evacuate with it. If you need to board the aircraft, you don't need to take out or be throwing out anything. Have a wash kit in there. Very essential to keep your hygiene important, especially in a dangerous situation. You need to keep your body clean. You need to keep yourself clean, because if your body deteriorates, your health will deteriorate, and then your mental health will deteriorate. So you must keep clean. It is exceptionally essential, and I'm not going on about it for absolutely no reason. It is a very good reason. You must keep yourself clean. And 6. So item number 6 is a small first aid kit. I've seen so many people carry, a couple of plasters and so on. Some micropore tapes, some plasters. A small first aid kit. That's all you need, generally. If you don't want to carry the next item I'm going to mention, I would highly recommend you definitely carry a small first aid kit. Especially if you're traveling with children, definitely have a small first aid kit with you. The next item I'm going to recommend is a military style IFAK, an improved first aid kit, or individual first aid kit, or immediate action first aid kit, a combat first aid kit. So essentially a cat tourniquet, a compression bandage, at least, and a what are those called? When you a resuscitation aid. I would highly recommend you carry at least those 3 things. Of course, you can add other things to them, but I will let you choose those according to your necessity, according to your training, according to your scenarios, and so on. But at least a good trauma bandage and a cat tourniquet. Learn how to use them. Plenty of YouTube instructions on them, or go attend a good first aid course. Go into your local A&E. Take a couple of tourniquets, take a couple of bandages, go and ask a doctor to teach you how to use them, go and ask a nurse how to teach you them, go to your local fire brigade office, they have local EMTs there, go and ask them how to teach you. They'll be more than happy, I'm sure, to teach you how to use a trauma bandage, at least a trauma bandage, how to use it properly. There is a wrong way and there is a right way. So they will teach you how to. So if you have I'll let them teach you how to do it properly. But I've been told I've been shown by a couple of friends who are doctors that there is a wrong way and there is a right way, and pretty much every doctor, every nurse knows the incorrect or the unhelpful or the correct way, and the way they all do it. So go and talk to them, take them out for a coffee, buy them a piece of cake and say, look, can we go out for a coffee? I'll get you a coffee, spend 15 minutes teaching me how to use a bandage. It might save my life one day. It might help me save some, or go pay for a first aid course and have that element teach you how to use a trauma bandage and a trauma cat tourniquet. Definitely recommend that. And then finally, a camera. why would you need a camera in an emergency? Look, the reason I recommend a camera is sometimes you might need to take a couple of pictures, you might need to take a couple of videos for insurance purposes. We live in a world where the status quo is prove it by a photo or it didn't happen. That kind of thing. Prove it by a video or it didn't happen. Prove you are a victim or it didn't happen. Prove you were punched even though you've got a big black eye or a big broken face. Prove someone did it to you. We live in that kind of world, and I hate that kind of world. But sometimes, if you have to evacuate, or even if this is also true for if you this kit is for your home as well. This procedure is for your home as well. God forbid, something happens like a water damage or a fire, or someone breaks into your house whilst you're out or something. It's good to use a camera to take a few photos, take a few videos, small clips. Someone damages your car, whilst it's parked in wherever. It's good to take a few pictures, videos with date and time to prove, look, this was a genuine accident. It was a genuine bad event. But also, with the camera, be very, 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 because in many countries, using a camera to photograph or to video an accident is, believe it or not, is actually illegal. So be very, very, can't even pronounce that properly, very, very, W-A-R-Y, I think, of using a camera for doing that. But I recommend having it, but make your own decision. Don't blame me for it. But this is why I said I'm only recommending having a camera, because you're going to be carrying a camera anyway for holiday pictures. But be very careful, and I'm not taking responsibility for this. Be very careful, especially and that's why know the local customs, know the local laws. But if you're able to, or if even if you're at home, if you're in your home state, or if you're in your home city or your home canton or whatever, province, and you need to use a camera to record someone's damage your home or your photo or your car or your bike or something, that's perfectly fine. A camera is a good device, and again, those photos can be used for your insurance, because if you own a car, you need insurance, and if someone damages your car, you're going to need to prove that someone damaged your car. So, camera. Okay, make your own decision, make it legal. Don't have a go at me if it's illegal. I've said what I need to say on that. But yeah, know the procedure. And that comes in part one of reconnaissance of knowledge. Even reconnaissance could be used as a bad word in some countries because they might call you a spy. Again, know the culture. Every word counts sometimes. So information. God, this is I'm gonna sound like Jason Bourne in a minute, trying to. But this is just to help you. Seriously, this is just to help you. So, and I'm not Jason Bourne. Sorry, but yeah, this is just to help you to be prepared. And the reason behind this is very, very serious. I am quite passionate about seeing people be prepared, and I'm not saying walk around with a rifle and body armor and a military go bag, and that is endorsed by the whatever special forces, whatever. This is just for general civilians to be prepared. So I covered the go bag, I covered the carry-on bag, and I will cover some other aspects that I highly recommend that you have with you whilst you're in the hotel, because remember, this is still geared towards hotels, or you can also interpret it to your own situation. So I will conclude this part here, part 2, and then I'll go on to part 3, and we'll just carry on. Thank you. I'll see you later.